Hey guys, Coach Shenty here coming at you with a quick recipe for some protein cocoa. I have shared my protein coffee 100 times. It's like my favorite morning ritual is my protein coffee. And just by 1 cup of coffee, it gives me, at least 20 grams of protein. And so it's a nice head start before I even have my breakfast. So today I wanted to show you how to do the protein cocoa. I will say that this was approved by both my husband and my daughter. They had a sip of my protein cocoa and they were like, my daughter, Laura, was like, this tastes like hot cocoa. I'm like, yes, it does. So first you just start, like you take a packet of hot cocoa, right? Hot cocoa is delicious, but it does have a lot of added sugar. So this way we are making some hot cocoa without all of the added sugar and with protein, which is a bonus. So first you just take your cup of water and don't fill it all the way, and you're gonna put it in the microwave. And I like my cocoa hot cocoa. So 1:30 to 2 minutes. So I'm just gonna let that go for a second. And while we're doing that, you're going to want some milk. I've got the Fairlife milk. It's going to give you a little bit of extra protein. This is the 2% kind. You can use almond milk, you can use soy milk, you can use oat milk, whatever you prefer. You can use coffee creamer. And then you're going to want some chocolate protein powder. This is my winning one right now. It's the Levels whey protein, grass-fed whey protein in the double chocolate flavor. This makes a really good hot cocoa. 10/10 recommend. I also love that there's not a bunch of added ingredients. It's whey protein concentrate, and there's a little bit of stevia leaf extract and monk fruit extract, so it's not like sucralose or artificial sweeteners like that. And then if you don't have a coffee frother, it makes it really easy to make protein coffee and things like that versus stirring it, especially when you're using protein powder. You want to make it smooth, and sometimes protein powder can get a little bit chunky. So while we're waiting on that, quick update on my baby bump. It's getting bigger. I think one of the people in my coaching group said, I want to see your baby bump. And I'm like, well, I did show you guys, but getting bigger, baby is moving a lot. And I find that my sleep is sort of intermittent, probably getting my body ready for what's to come. So like one night I might have a really poor night of sleep, but then the next morning I'm so tired. The next night I'm so tired that I sleep very well. So I'm in a good sleep position today. So we've got our hot water here. One other thing to make note of is you don't want your water too hot when you're making your protein coffee because whey protein or any kind of protein powder can curdle. So I cool off my water with a little splash of milk. And this is also going to make your protein cocoa creamier. And you can actually use just milk if you want to use that instead of some water. Some people make hot cocoa with just milk. I think that's also delicious. It's super creamy. You can add 1 scoop of protein powder if you want to, but I'm going to do about a half a scoop because I don't need that much protein. I've already had some protein coffee this morning, but I wanted to share this recipe with you. And then you take your frother. Now, I will say this is really full. You want to make sure you leave some room in your cup, and then you're just going to froth it. I've got to take my time here because it's going to end up overflowing. Yep, there we go. A little bit of spooge. So you want to leave room in your cup for the protein powder. I went a little overboard, but that's okay. It's still going to be delicious, and there's nothing that a paper towel won't clean up. So anyway, you're basically at this point done, and you just sip on your protein cocoa. And I will say, like, if you wanted to, a little bit of cold foam on the top or a little bit of whipped cream, you know what? Because this is not a diet, it's flexible. hey, who's to say you can't have a little sprinkle of mini marshmallows on there, or a sprinkle of cinnamon, just some ideas. If you like hot cocoa, this is just a great way to have your hot cocoa with some protein. And a lot of my clients find that, you know, they have a little bit of challenges with getting their protein numbers, hitting their protein targets. So I think the biggest thing is just filling up on whole foods. And then if you need to supplement with like a scoop of protein powder, absolutely no big deal. That's actually great, especially when you find a really good protein that you can have, like grass-fed whey protein, or if you're, you know, can't have dairy, you can go for like a pea protein, some sort of vegan-based protein. So you guys need to try this. It's 100% tastes like hot cocoa. Again, everybody has their personal preferences. Use milk if you want it extra creamy. A whole scoop of protein powder will make it more chocolatey. Whatever works for you, but it's a great warm thing to sip on the cold or winter months, especially in the month of February. We will talk to you soon.